Hello everyone, welcome to our special look ahead at what could be one of the most talked about winters in recent memory. As we stand on this crisp November day, you can already feel a certain anticipation in the air. There's a buzz among weather enthusiasts and everyday folks alike about the winter of 2025 to 2026. Early signs are hinting at a season that could be colder, snowier, and more dramatic than what we've seen in recent years. This isn't just idle speculation or wishful thinking. For snow days, meteorologists are poring over mountains of data, tracking global climate patterns, and using advanced models to make sense of what's coming. Their predictions are grounded in science, not just gut feelings. The excitement, and maybe a little apprehension, comes from seeing conditions that remind us of the infamous winter of 2013 to 2014. That year, the polar vortex dipped far south, unleashing record-breaking cold and relentless snowstorms across much of the country. It was a winter that tested our resilience and left lasting memories. Now we're seeing some of those same ingredients coming together again. A developing La Niña in the Pacific is shifting weather patterns, while a persistent patch of warm water is influencing the jet stream. Add in some unique wind patterns, and you have a recipe for a potentially wild winter. These elements suggest we could be in for a dynamic season, with more frequent storms, heavier snowfalls, and perhaps even some surprises. Cities that haven't seen much snow in years might need to dust off their shovels, while others could face even more challenging conditions. So, what does this mean for you and your family? It's a good year to be prepared, whether that means checking your snow tires, stocking up on warm clothing, or simply making sure you have a plan for those inevitable snow days. In the next sections, we'll break down these climate patterns in detail, helping you understand what's driving the forecast and what you can expect in your area. We'll also revisit the memorable winter of 2013 to 2014, looking at what made it so extreme and what lessons we learned from that experience. Plus, we'll explore expert predictions for temperature swings, snowfall totals, and the regions most likely to see dramatic changes. You'll get the inside scoop on what the experts are watching and why. Think of this as your personal weather guide for the season ahead. Whether you love winter or dread it, we're here to help you get ready for whatever comes your way. Let's dive in and see what this winter has in store. Stay tuned for more insights, tips, and expert analysis as we journey into what could truly be a winter to remember. To truly grasp what this winter might bring, we need to look far beyond our own backyards and turn our attention to the vast expanse of the Pacific Ocean. This immense body of water, stretching thousands of miles from the Americas to Asia, acts as a powerful engine for global weather patterns. Its influence reaches across continents, shaping the climate in ways both subtle and dramatic. Deep in the heart of the Pacific near the equator is where La Niña is born, a phenomenon that can set the stage for winter weather across the United States and beyond. La Niña, which means the little girl in Spanish, is more than just a name. It describes a period when the Pacific surface waters become cooler than average, sending ripples through the atmosphere. These cooler waters disrupt the usual balance, shifting wind patterns and changing the way storms and moisture travel around the globe. One of the most important impacts of La Niña is on the jet stream, a high-altitude river of fast-moving air that acts like a steering wheel for weather systems. When the Pacific cools, the jet stream responds, often becoming more erratic and unpredictable. During La Niña winters, the jet stream tends to dip and weave, creating a wavy path that allows frigid Arctic air to plunge deep into the northern United States. This can lead to sudden cold snaps and increased chances for snow and ice. For the winter of 2025 to 2026, forecasters expect a weak La Niña to develop. While not as intense as some past events, even a weak La Niña can bring plenty of surprises, often resulting in a winter that's both variable and active, with frequent shifts between cold and mild spells. This setup creates a battleground across the country, where cold Arctic air and milder southern air clash. The result? An active storm track, especially through the Ohio and Mississippi valleys, bringing the potential for heavy snow, ice, and dramatic temperature swings. Meanwhile, the southern states, particularly the Southwest, often experience the opposite, warmer and drier conditions with less rain and fewer storms than usual. This can mean drought concerns for some regions, even as others brace for winter's worst. In the northern U.S., La Niña sets the stage for a cold and stormy drama, with frequent snowstorms and the potential for blizzard conditions that can disrupt travel and daily life. All of these factors combine to form the foundation of this year's winter forecast, signaling a season that could be harsher and more unpredictable than usual for many Americans. So, as we look ahead, get ready for an active season, one shaped by the chilly influence of the Pacific and full of weather twists and turns. To grasp this winter's potential, we need to look back at a time when winter weather took an extreme turn. Let's revisit the winter of 2013 to 2014, a season that made the term polar vortex a household name and a media sensation. That winter, the polar vortex weakened significantly, allowing frigid Arctic air to plunge deep into the United States. This led to persistent cold temperatures and heavy snowfall across much of the country. Chicago, for instance, saw an astounding 82 inches of snow, which was double its average snowfall for the season. Other cities like Indianapolis and Baltimore also experienced record-breaking snowfalls, transforming urban landscapes into winter wonderlands. The cold air reached as far south as Oklahoma City and Charlotte, North Carolina, areas that rarely see such extreme winter conditions. The atmospheric setup we're seeing now mirrors that infamous winter, serving as an analog for what could be severe outcomes this season. While it doesn't guarantee a repeat of the past, it certainly highlights the potential for a severe winter ahead. That winter caused widespread school closures, numerous flight cancellations, and significant challenges for cities trying to keep up with the relentless snow. The forecast for 2025 to 2026, influenced by a weak La Niña, echoes the memory of that brutal winter. It underscores the high-end potential of the weather pattern we're entering, suggesting we could see significant snowfall and cold temperatures. Forecasters are already using words like brutal and active to describe the upcoming season, preparing us for what could be a challenging winter. Let's discuss another winter puzzle piece: the blob, a warm water area in the northern Pacific. The blob, unlike La Niña's cool waters, influences weather by releasing heat and moisture, building a high-pressure ridge. This ridge forces the jet stream to dive south, delivering Arctic air to the U.S. A blob-like feature is developing, similar to those in 2013 to 2014, raising red flags for forecasters. However, this year's blob has weakened, adding uncertainty. Despite this, warmer-than-average water in that region is significant for the winter outlook. It reinforces a wavy jet stream pattern, favoring cold outbreaks in the eastern U.S. La Niña, and the blob create a powerful 1-2 punch, amplifying cold shots and storm tracks. It's a classic example of climate systems shaping weather. Let's shift to the stratosphere, where the quasi-biennial oscillation, QBO, plays a role. The QBO, a wind pattern reversal every 2 years, is in its easterly phase, affecting winter weather. An easterly QBO disrupts the polar vortex, allowing Arctic air to move south. This year, the easterly QBO increases the probability of cold air intrusions. Combined with La Niña, it creates a cold and snowy winter setup. The QBO is a subtle but critical player in determining winter's severity. It tilts the odds toward a colder-than-average outlook for the northern U.S. With climate drivers aligned, what's the temperature forecast for 2025 to 2026? The northern U.S. is expected to be cooler than average, stretching from the Pacific Northwest to the Great Lakes. This doesn't mean constant cold. Winter has its ups and downs. However, more frequent Arctic air outbreaks are likely. Cities like Seattle, Minneapolis, and Chicago should prepare for a cold winter. Meanwhile, the southern U.S. will experience milder, warmer conditions. The forecast calls for near-average to above-average temperatures in the south. However, brief cold blasts are possible, even in the south. The primary story is a cold north and a warm south, with surprises along the way. Stay prepared for a dynamic winter. With a colder, active pattern, who gets the snow? The precipitation forecast is divided. The active jet stream creates a busy storm track, bringing above-average precipitation to the Pacific Northwest and northern Rockies. These areas have the highest potential for heavy snowfall. The Great Lakes and Midwest are also in a prime position for significant snow events. Lake-effect snow could be heavy, especially early in the season. The Central Plains, Mid-Atlantic, and Northeast may see near-average to slightly above-average snowfall. East Coast cities have potential for big snowstorms depending on storm tracks. The southern U.S. is forecasted to be drier, but brief snow events are possible. A single storm could deliver a winter's worth of snow in a day or two. Be ready for snow surprises this winter. After these predictions, a dose of humility is needed. While big signals like La Niña provide a framework, unpredictable patterns act as wildcards. The Arctic oscillation, AO, and North Atlantic Oscillation, NAO, can change weather unexpectedly. These wildcards remind us that a seasonal forecast is about the winter's character, not specific days. They add uncertainty, ensuring winter surprises. Stay informed and ready for anything. As we look ahead to winter 2025 to 2026, prepare for a colder, snowier season in the northern U.S. The combination of a weak La Niña, a warm Pacific blob, and an easterly QBO suggests a classic, harsh winter. For the southern U.S., expect milder, drier conditions, with potential cold snaps. Preparation is key. Check your heating system, insulate pipes, and have a winter emergency kit. Stay updated with local forecasts and track storms with us. Winter is a season of beauty and power, and this year's forecast hints at classic winter weather. By understanding the science and preparing, we can face the season confidently. Get ready, stay informed, and see what this exciting winter has in store. And that's what's going on around the country. Here's what you can expect in your neck of the woods.